Embarking on a new fitness journey is a significant step towards better health and a better well-being. Monitoring your progress and understanding the impact of your workouts is crucial for staying motivated and achieving your fitness goals. What's going on, guys? I'm Coach Aaron, and today we'll be exploring effective strategies to help you track your progress and assess the effectiveness of your workout routines. So when it comes to monitoring and tracking your goals, well, first you actually have to have a goal. So the first thing that we'll do, or the first thing that I do, is I set a clear fitness goal. It could be anything. It could be, I want to add 15 pounds to my back squat, 10 pounds to my bench press. I don't know. I want to be able to do a plank for more than a minute, right? These are all very specific goals that there's a start and there's an end. So before we can implement any tracking methods, we have to first establish what is our goal. What is going to be our specific goal? What is it that we are trying to accomplish, and by when? This will set you up for success in the long run when it comes to tracking your workouts and making sure that the workouts are effective, because you know what your start goal is, you know what your start is, and you know where you want to be when you finish. So if what you're doing in between that does not make sense and it does not align to where you want to finish, you will know, because you set a specific goal that said, I want to be able to do 5 pull-ups. Right now, I can only do 2. If you understand that once you get to 5, you have successfully completed that goal, it makes it a lot easier. It makes achieving weight loss goals a lot easier because you're setting smaller milestones. As you're setting those smaller milestones, you're increasing your muscle strength, you're enhancing your overall endurance, and you're making your target more attainable. Next, I'll be talking to you guys about how do I define fitness progress and what specific metrics do I use to measure it. Fitness progress to me is a comprehensive improvement in various aspects of physical activity, physical movement, physical health, and performance, right? Now, there are many mental barriers that are involved in making progress. In fitness, sacrifices need to be made, routines need to be rewired. And in fitness, just like anything else, you deal with failure just as much as you deal with success. I track body metrics such as body weight, body fat percentage, muscle mass, cardiovascular endurance, strength levels, flexibility. All of these things go into how we track and what we track. Now, next, I'm going to walk you guys through a typical process for tracking my fitness goals and my progress. So the first thing that I do is I set what we call SMART goals. So we've all heard of them: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Cool. So for instance, right, I just ran my first half marathon. Now, I could have just ran it and said, hey, I ran a half marathon. Cool, I finished it. I was able to complete it. But that's not what I did. I set a real goal. I set a real goal to finish it in under 2 hours. This way, I had something to tailor my training around, and my training never became boring, right? Not only was I able to meet my goal, but I was able to beat it by 5 minutes or so. I think it was 5 minutes. Yeah, I finished at 155, right? And to track my progress, I was using Strava to keep the details of the training logs. I would compare them over time to see if I was getting better. I also wear Garmin Fitness Watch to track my daily activity. This will let me know if I got enough rest the night before to get up and do certain training programs or certain training sessions that I had scheduled. Another example of what a typical process might look like for tracking your fitness progress is my client, Chris. If you guys are on our social media, if you guys have followed our social media, you know that we have a client named Chris. And when he first started training with me a year ago, he wanted to learn how to deadlift. And his first ever max attempt, he hit 275 for one whole rep. One rep. After that is when he made up his mind that he would perfect his form and he would work towards eventually one day hitting a 400-pound deadlift. Now, in between 275 and 400, we had set incremental goals. So the next goal might have been 300 pounds, and Chris did that. Then the next goal after that might have been 315, and Chris did that, right? Fast forward a year later, Chris now has a deadlift max of 455 pounds. So he's soared right past his goal, surpassed it, right? And he did all of this while still shedding fat, losing weight, and he was literally able to recomposition his body over the course of a year, right? And For him, we use a combination of different fitness apps, wearable devices like his Apple Watch, and we also did manual tracking methods where we tested his strength training and we tested his movements, and then we kept track of them manually by writing them down and using percentages. And we also monitored his nutrition intake using MyFitnessPal, making sure that he was staying within his caloric intake or his prescribed caloric intake. And we took body measurements regularly, and that was really it. That's how we did it. The next part of this video is I'm going to be talking to you guys about what role does data and technology play in tracking our fitness journey. Data and technology serve as a valuable tool, a huge tool, because they literally help you with making the right decision. They help you identify trends, they help you track patterns, and they help you make informed adjustments, right? We don't want to make adjustments without having the information to back it up, because we could be getting ourselves hurt, we could be setting ourselves up for failure later on down the road, etc. So it's important that we are making informed adjustments. Some of the main softwares and stuff that I use are going to be my online fitness portal that I use to program online workouts for my clients. We also use a lot of MyFitnessPal to track macros, like I said, wearable devices, Garmin, Apple Watch, Samsung Watch. We use all these things to manage daily stress or daily activity, sleep, Strava, to track the running, and like I told you guys before, manually writing things down and keeping track. That might seem like a lot, and that's because it is, but that's what people hire me for. Now, how do I make sure that what I'm doing is accurate and reliable? Well, the truth is, we test, and we cross-verify. We use different sources to validate our information, and I also suggest to everybody that you go and you seek professional guidance. So if you do not specialize in that area, go get help, okay? I have a mentor. Coaches have coaches. I can cross-verify my information. I can cross-verify any data that I have with him at any time that I so please, right? Because that's essentially what they're there to do. If you're not open to new information, if you're not open to growing and having these conversations, you'll get stuck. And for my clients, I make sure to have regular conversations with them, regularly checking in, making sure that I'm pushing them in the right direction. And make sure that what I'm prescribing for them is pushing them in the right direction. Because a lot of times, some people that get caught up where they'll just do and not ask any questions, or they'll just do whatever they're told. But I challenge all of my clients to actually ask questions and get to understand their own personal fitness. So that way, they essentially don't need me anymore. That's the whole goal, is to make sure that people are doing things in a way that benefits their lifestyle, in the way that they use fitness in their daily regimen. Now, have I encountered any challenges? Have I encountered any setbacks in tracking? Of course, we all do. I remember one challenge that I ran into was, again, during that half marathon prep. I couldn't figure out my pre-workout nutrition, especially when it came to those really, really early morning runs. First, I wasn't eating anything and quickly realized that was not a good idea. Then I started eating peanut butter toast and bananas. Stomach did not respond to that well, but I made sure to start using the necessary applications to track these things and see how much of it I was taking in. I was having 2 slices of toast with peanut butter on both of them and some honey with a full glass of water, right? And that didn't work for me either. So I would get out on these trails, get out on these runs, and run into some real stomach issues. Now, what do? We made adjustments. By the time the race came around, we knew exactly what to eat. And we also found that half the problem was only the pre-workout nutrition. The other half was what I was taking during the workouts. We figured out that those goo packets that I put into my body every 45 minutes or so was messing me up. They were messing my stomach up. So I switched to honey. I switched to straight up honey And I noticed anything that didn't carry any citric acid in it tend to sit better in my stomach, and I'm able to actually get through workouts without having to stop or pull over or do whatever I need to do. I think it's important, it's very important that you have these setbacks, and then if you do have the setbacks, to not get discouraged, just to keep trying, try something else, try something new, ask questions, get a coach, do whatever you need to do to get the proper information that make you the most successful that you can possibly be. So what strategies do I use to stay motivated and consistent with my fitness tracking? The truth is, I set small, short-term milestones that lead up to the overall goal. For instance, I am currently taking karate. I've never taken it before, right? My goal is like everybody else's goal, right? To get the highest level belt, black belt, whatever, right? But you gotta enjoy the process along the way. So I've set short-term milestones, right? To get past the white belt, to get past the white Q rank, to get past blue belt, yellow belt, green belt, right? These are all gonna be short-term milestones that you work towards along the way, that eventually, as they start to compile on top of each other, you get to the end, and boom, you have the end goal that you had set out to achieve the entire time. You actually got it, and you can confidently say that you went through each and every step of the process to get here. And then additionally, I surround myself with a supportive community. They constantly remind me of my long-term goals. Hey, how's the business going? Hey, how's X, Y, and Z? Hey, how's karate going? And that helps me maintain a healthier lifestyle as well. All right, to wrap things up, I want you guys to remember that tracking your fitness progress is instrumental in achieving your fitness goals and maintaining your motivation through your fitness journey. By integrating different performance metrics, body measurements, fitness tracking devices, Apple Watches. I know y'all love filling up y'all rings, right? Journaling, periodic assessments. By doing all of these things, you can effectively measure the impact and the effectiveness of your workout. It's Coach AP here. You guys stay tuned, stay blessed. Have a great rest of your week. I will see you guys on the next episode. Thank you.